Hey, everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here. Another edition of Off the Top Rope. I've been talking about it the last couple of days since the match was made official on Monday night. Um, Goldberg will be challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event, July 12th, from Atlanta, Georgia, his hometown. He made his heyday with WCW there. He was a big football star there, both in college in Georgia and also with the Atlanta Falcons. So clearly this has a lot of meaning for Goldberg. I've talked about it. The logic behind this makes no fucking sense whatsoever. It doesn't. Like, come on. 58-year-old Bill Goldberg is going to challenge one of the best professional wrestlers in the world for the World Heavyweight Championship despite not wrestling a match in 3 years. You mean to tell me that that makes any ounce of fucking sense whatsoever? To me, what this screams is, one, they needed Goldberg to have one final match with somebody because he's going to retire. Because you can't see a guy working into his 60s. Not everybody's Sting. And then the other piece of this is I think the dream match that they really wanted to do was with Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar ain't coming back to WWE. Despite what many of you people say on the internet, Brock Lesnar's not coming back to WWE. As long as that lawsuit is even out in the open involving Vince McMahon, and even if we get past that point, I don't see WWE bringing him back. I just don't. Because at a certain point, it's just going to be, they're just going to lose interest, and Brock's probably not going to even, really even give a shit anyway. So why even bother? So they're trying to create this, like, okay, this kind of like, big, meaty man type of match. And it's like, I've already went into it. It's really impossible to believe that 58-year-old Bill Goldberg, almost 59-year-old Bill Goldberg is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship in Atlanta, Georgia. Yet there's some media people. There are some media people, and there are also some idiot fans on the internet that are saying, man, it would be so unpredictable if Bill Goldberg would win the World Heavyweight Championship from Gunther. What? Do you people hear yourself talk? First of all, Vince McMahon is not running creative, although I'm inclined to change my mind if Bill Goldberg does win the championship. Bill Goldberg is going to beat Gunther in his first title defense. Why? What sense is there in that? Like, because it's his hometown, because it's his retirement match? And some people will say, well, hey, they could have Goldberg win and then Seth Rollins can cash in Money in the Bank. What? Seriously, you people who watch wrestling, it's honest to God, like it's your first time watching professional wrestling. Like, what? Why would Seth Rollins cash in on a 58-year-old Bill Goldberg to get another world championship? Why would he do that? At least do it on somebody where he's going to have a storyline. And they're clearly hinting towards it being Cody Rhodes. If it's not Cody Rhodes, it's Sami Zayn. Whoever, to me, whoever wins King of the Ring and challenges for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, whoever that is, Seth Rollins is cashing it after that match. You can bookmark that. Bookmark that. That's what's happening. That's where this is going. We're going to get the Heist of the Century Part 2. It could be, a Daniel Bryan 2.0 thing, which I've hinted at on the channel, but they're leaning heavily into the fact that Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins are, they're gonna feud again, which is gonna be great, and people are really into that. But if you honest to God think that Bill Goldberg winning a world championship at 50, first of all, him having a world championship match at this stage of his career is batshit insane. If you think that that is a good idea, you should probably not watch professional wrestling anymore. That is a horrible idea. I would say that would be a worse Goldberg beating Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship on July 12th at Saturday night's main event would be the worst piece of booking that maybe WWE has ever done. It would be worse than The Fiend, in my opinion. Because at this point, Gunther has already lost to Jey Uso, and a lot of people think that Gunther lost some credibility with that loss. So you mean to tell me a month after winning the World Heavyweight Championship that he's going to lose to a guy who hasn't wrestled a match in 3 years? A guy who can barely fucking move. And I understand the significance of what he used to be. But come on. Goldberg has never been a technician. Gunther is a technician. And some people are saying this is all about buzz. What kind of buzz are you creating? What kind of buzz are you creating when a guy who hasn't been relevant in 3 years, at least on WWE television, we know can't work a full match, almost fucking killed The Undertaker, and has buried more talent in this past run? Unless Vince McMahon is back booking this shit, I do not see that as a good idea, and I don't see WWE doing that. And if you're one of these idiots on the internet who's trying to clamor and hope that that is going to happen and that is a good decision, you have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. This is not Vince McMahon booking this shit. And if you want to bury Gunther, by all means, man. If some of you think he's boring, I don't know what having a guy beat him clean in the middle of the ring is going to accomplish at all. And then if I was going to ask you the next question, what's the next stage of this? Well, what are you going to do if Goldberg's going to retire? If your answer to that question is Seth Rollins cashing in, that is a doubly terrible idea, because Seth Rollins has got beef and they're already planting seeds for potential cash-ins in numerous different places. You want him to waste a cash-in on Goldberg? Why? Like, cool. Have it be a 2-minute match. Have Goldberg get one spear in. Gunther should kick out at 1. And Gunther should put him to sleep. And that be the end of it. Okay? Should be harmless, quick, wipe your hands of it, and move on. He should go out on his back. If he doesn't, it is one of the worst pieces of booking in modern WWE history. Like I said, I think it would be worse than The Fiend. Because if you guys remember, The Fiend never recovered. Bray Wyatt never recovered. God rest his soul. Bray Wyatt never recovered from getting squashed by Goldberg in Saudi Arabia in 2020, right before COVID had really, reached its height. So if you guys listen, Triple H loves Gunther. He's not beating him like that, especially after they already had him lose to Jey Uso. And a lot of people were not happy about that. So if your argument is buzz, you're full of shit. That doesn't make any sense. Goldberg hasn't been relevant in the wrestling sphere. And it's like, listen, you're going to give it to a part-time guy who can barely move? First of all, it shouldn't be a World Heavyweight Championship match in the first place. But if you actually think he should win the championship to go a step further, what the fuck are we doing, man? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.